What's up YouTube, back with another video, and today we got some Play Now Online. I'm using the nets, and you'll see some clips from a few different games that I got. You'll also see some clips of me using some of the money plays that I talked about in my last video, and if you're interested in watching that, I'll put that on the screen at the end and as well as in the description. And you'll also see some clips of me using the point freelance, and I didn't plan on making a freelance video, but I might make a video on the point freelance. I've been using it since last year and I like it a lot, so you could be on the lookout for that. And yeah, like I said, we got some Play Now, and I wanted to get into Play Now Online more this year because I really didn't get into it last year, but in the 2Ks before that, it was one of my most played modes. And I do a lot of playbook videos, but I do those videos against the Hall of Fame computer, and I wanted to get some clips of me using plays against real people. So that's why today we got the nets, and apparently Play Now Online is still broken. And one of the reasons I didn't play earlier was because the whole game was broken pretty much, and I was gonna wait for the update. And after downloading that 38GB update, I can see that none of that was for Play Now Online. Everything was for my team, park, my career, pro-am, rec, and all of that, because a lot of the same problems still exist in Play Now. For starters, as you can see, I'm starting off the year with a mirror match, and how is this even a thing? Like, this has been a problem for 4 straight 2Ks now, and it still hasn't been fixed. Like, how could you implement a system where you can't see who your opponent is picking and still have the game match you with the team that you're using? Like, I don't understand. And I'm not a programmer or developer or coder or anything, but I took a couple of coding classes when I was in college, and I learned something called a if statement, and basically it means that if something happens, then this will happen. So I would imagine somewhere in the matchmaking code of 2K, it's a line that says if player 1 has team A, then player 2 is not allowed to use team A, and then it'll go through whatever it does to find you a match. I know your ping is involved in that, as well as whichever league you're in and a whole bunch of other stuff. But like I said, I'm not a programmer or coder, so I don't know if it's just that simple or not. But again, how is this a thing? And a lot of people blame the tier system, which does have a lot to do with it, but I don't really mind it that much. And I liked how they implemented it in 2K16, 17, and 18, where if you beat a team that was in a higher tier than you, you got extra VC and also extra wins, so you could rank up faster. So that part I like, and I think that's good, but I think they should bring back the team selection screen so that you see who your opponent is picking, and keep the tier system. So if you see who your opponent is picking, and from there you could decide whether you want to match up with them or you just want to pick a lower tier team or a higher tier team, you know, depending on how you're feeling. And that'll fix the whole mirror match problem, as well as the problem of being thrown into a matchup that doesn't favor you over something that you had no control over. So mirror matches are still a problem, but I really didn't expect that 38GB update to fix that. But I did expect it to fix the problem of games just ending randomly, and of course it didn't. And again, how is this a thing? And I've heard it could be related to timeouts, which could be true, but a couple of my games just ended like out of nowhere for no reason. Like, the game was running perfectly fine, and then it'd be like a problem occurred or whatever, game won't be counted. But there was one time when the game ended as soon as like I called the timeout. Like, the players started walking to the huddle and then the game was over. And it wasn't even like I was spamming timeouts. Like, I called 2 timeouts like the whole game. I called the timeout when the game first started, and then I called the timeout, I think it was the second quarter, and then the game just ends. Like, it seems like every year 2K has some type of glitch related to timeouts, which is crazy. Like, I remember way back in like 2K9, there was a timeout glitch where if you call timeout through the pause menu, you got infinite timeouts. And here we are 11 2Ks later, timeouts are causing game crashes. Like, you can't make this stuff up, bro. And another thing I think should be addressed is adding a quick play mode where you just hop into a match and it matches you up with a random person regardless of your rank. unlike how it is now, where now it's basically ranked, because the more you win, the more you rank up, and the more competitive it gets. And there's nothing wrong with rank. I think it should stay, but it shouldn't be the only way to find matches, because the way it is now, as you win games and you move up, there's less and less people to play against, and games get more and more competitive, and the player base for playing out online is already small. So as you move up, you have less people to play against, which isn't good. And there are times when you don't really want to go super hard and be super competitive. There are times where you just want to chill. And I know myself, I do a lot of playbook videos, and I'm constantly changing teams and trying new playbooks, trying new freelancers, trying new settings. I'm always trying stuff. And so sometimes I just want to get into a quick game and, just try stuff. But then there are times where I want to be super competitive and be a tryhard. So that's why I think they should have a quick play mode just for people who just want to chill or try new stuff or whatever, and then have the rank mode, basically how it is now. You win games and you rank up. That's how pretty much every multiplayer game ever created has been. And the crazy part about it is that they have this kind of thing in their own game. You have the rec and you have pro-am, you have the regular park, and then you have 3v3 pro-am. So why not have regular quick play mode and then the rank mode for playing out online? And this is something they had way back in 2K9 again. They had player match and then they had rank match. Why not bring that back? And there's probably a lot more things that I could talk about, but the bottom line is 2K don't care about this mode anymore, which is a shame, because this mode was basically the foundation of 2K online multiplayer. At one point in 2K's life, this was the only online multiplayer mode that it had, and now it's just being thrown away and just become an afterthought. And we know why. It's more than just because Park and my career and my team are more popular. It's because those modes are more monetizable than playing out online is. That's the real reason why. It's no secret that 2K makes tons and tons and tons of money off of microtransactions. They really can't monetize playing out online like they can those other modes, so they just don't care about it anymore. And the reason for them not caring, they can say, well, nobody plays the mode. Well, it's true, nobody plays it, but it's because you don't give them a reason to play it. There's no incentive to play this mode. You don't really get anything. You don't really get a lot of VC. You get a little over 30,000 VC for getting all the way to the GOAT League. Nobody's gonna do that to get 30,000 VC when they could just pay $20 and get twice as much plus an extra 15,000. Nobody's gonna do that. It could at least made rewards that you can get. If you win with a certain team, then you get that team's jersey for free for your mod player. Something. They could do something to make this mode more popular, but they're not. So it is what it is. Playing out online has officially become the stepchild of the 2K game modes, which is a shame, because I really want to like this mode. I really want to enjoy this mode, but I just can't right now. And honestly, if I wasn't making videos, I don't know if I would play this mode, because it's getting hard to enjoy. I started up 8 games today and only 3 counted towards my record. Of those 5 games that didn't count, 3 of them ended out of nowhere, just randomly. 2 of them ended because it was a mirror match and my opponent ended up just leaving before the game started, which I don't blame him, because the 3rd mirror match that I got, I was gonna quit, but I figured I could make a video out of it. That's why you see it in the beginning. So I doubt there are any changes gonna be made to the mode. I doubt a lot of people even gonna see this video, but if you stuck it out to the end, I appreciate you. Thank you. And yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more content.